if your network's going to work for you, it's got to be at least a certain size. So today I'm going to show you a few ways to grow your network really quickly. Hi, if you're new to me, I'm Ray Abram, the Connection Coach. I show entrepreneurs how to become more known, liked, and trusted by their ideal customer. Step one, you have to decide first what type of people that you want to have in your network. Every contact is not a good connection. You want to make sure that the people that are in your network share your values. You want to make sure that the people in your network are good people. You want to make sure that the people in your network will take your calls, that will take people that you refer to them and do a good job with them. You want to make sure that the people in your network will also, at some point refer people to you. The purpose of the network is really, to me, is more about building friendships. And so the people in my network, I would want to consider a friend, right? And the whole purpose of networking is not so much about transactions, it's about building a relationship. And so someone that I wouldn't call a friend, I also wouldn't want to have in my network. A lot of times we have a belief that anybody who is a business person should be in our network. If I have this business card from someone, I consider that person to be in my network. If they're in my phone, I consider that person to be in my network. But that is a misconception. What you really need to do is have a decision first on what type of people you want to have in your network, and then go out and find them. So the question you may have is, well, Ray, how do I find these people, these good people that should be in the network? Well, there's several ways, but one of the first ways to do it that I recommend with all of my clients is, first, ask your friends, right? Ask the people who already know you for people that they think would be good connections for you. Quite often we just never do that. And you don't know who somebody knows until you ask them. So the second step is really asking your friends for referrals or for connections. Don't just wait for them to tell you that they know somebody that you should know. Now, quite often they will, right? They will just without prompting. But sometimes you'd be surprised if you just ask them, do you know anybody that I should know based on the business or career that I have, who would be a good connection for me? And quite often they will know somebody. So start with where you are, and as Booker T. Washington famously said, drop your buckets where you are, and and ask the people that you already know, because they are likely to know people who would not just be connections or contacts, but they'll know people who would be good connections for you. Step three, be a joiner. Be a joiner. And I know sometimes many of our parents told us, don't be a joiner, don't follow in someone else's footsteps. But, in this case, I'm gonna ask you to break that rule. The best way to meet the types of people that you need to meet is to become a part of their congregation. There are already places, and during the time I'm recording this during the pandemic of 2020, it's going on into 2021 now, but there are still places that people congregate, and it's sometimes even easier to find them online, right? So join Facebook groups, join the LinkedIn groups, follow hashtags on Instagram and various social medias, become a member of organizations, because even though organizations today can't necessarily meet in person, they're still having regular meetings via Zoom calls or what have you. So join these groups and volunteer. Volunteering is one of the best ways to build your network. There's an interesting story I write about in my book. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, actually got his got his deal with IBM, which is how Microsoft got started, because his mother volunteered on a board with the president of IBM. And so volunteer groups level the playing field, right? So you have folks from all strata of society who participate in these groups and volunteer with them. So if you're a part of the group, they get to see how you work, right? You get to build a relationship, as I talked about earlier, right? So if you're building a relationship with people, so that they know that they know you, they can start to like you and even start to trust you, that you're the type of person who can get the job done. So they'll know what you do, they'll decide whether they like you, and then they'll begin to trust you, so that when they have a need for the service or product that you provide, they're more likely to call you. So if you like these tips, there's going to be more coming, so please stay tuned. Have another video following right after this one. But click subscribe. That's also really good for we'll have some good information that's going to come from my videos. So click subscribe to this channel and learn how to know or be known, liked, and trusted by your ideal customers. And I'll see you soon.